How's it going today, guys? Rob here. Today I'm going to be doing a fairy deck profile for you. This is again a very casual deck and it's pretty old, but it's really fun to play. And as always, if you like this content, consider hitting the like button and consider subscribing to the channel for more fun content. Without further ado, let's get into it. For this fairy deck, guys, we're going to start off with 2 copies of Shining Angel. So when this card is sent to the graveyard as a result of battle, you can special summon one light monster with an attack of 1500 or less from your deck in face-up attack position. You then shuffle your deck. Now if you guys notice anything about these 2 cards, it's that one copy of Shining Angel actually has more text than the other. So there is an added line of text that basically says that you can summon a level 5 monster using this effect without having to use a sacrifice. Next we have 2 copies of Soul of Purity and Light. So this card cannot be normal summoned or set. This card can only be special summoned by removing from play 2 light monsters in your graveyard. As long as this card remains face up on the field, you decrease the attack of all monsters on your opponent's side of the field by 300 points during the battle phase. Next we have 2 copies of Ho Shenanigan. As long as this card remains face up on the field, increase the attack of all light monsters by 500 points and decrease the attack of all dark monsters by 400 points. Next we have 1 copy of Protective Soul Island. This is a union monster, and so it works like any other union monster. You can attach it or detach it to any monster on your side of the field, and if that monster is to be destroyed, you can destroy this card instead. Next we have 1 copy of Kelbeck. Any monster that attacks this card is returned to the owner's hand. Damage calculation is applied normally. And we have 1 copy of Bountiful Artemis. While this card is face up on the field, draw 1 card from your deck each time a counter trap is activated. Then we have 1 copy of Barrier Statue of the Heavens. No monsters can be special summoned except for light monsters. Next we have 1 copy of Kaiser Seahorse. If you tribute summon a light monster, you can use this card as 2 tributes for that tribute summoning. Then we have 1 copy of Zolga. The controller of this card increases his or her life points by 2,000 points when a monster is offered as a tribute for a successful tribute summon or set. Then we have 1 copy of Majestic Mech Goryu. You can normal summon this card using 1 tribute. If you do, it is sent to the graveyard during the end phase. During battle between this attacking card and the defense position monster whose defense is lower than the attack, inflict piercing battle damage. We have 1 copy of Moisture Creature. If you tribute summon this monster by offering 3 monsters on the field as tribute, destroy all magic and trap cards on your opponent's side of the field. We have 1 copy of Dancing Fairy. As long as this card remains on your side of the field, face up, defense position, increase your life points by 1,000 during each of your standby phases. Then we have one copy of Absorbing Kid from the Sky. When this card destroys a monster and sends it to the graveyard, as a result of battle, increase your life points by the level of the destroyed monster times 300 points. We have one copy of Shining Abyss, one copy of Hysteric Fairy. Offer 2 monsters on your side of the field as a tribute to increase your life points by 3,000 points. Monsters used for a tribute summon or that are offered as tributes due to other cards' effects are excluded. We have one copy of Cybernetic Magician. Discard 1 card from your hand. The attack of 1 face-up monster on the field becomes 2,000 until the end phase. One copy of Wingweaver. One copy of YuGiOh. When this card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard as a result of battle, roll a 6-sided die. You can special summon 1 fairy-type monster from your graveyard whose level of stars are equal to the number rolled. If the result is 6, you can special summon a level 6 or higher monster. And finally, to round off for the monsters, we have 1 copy of Indomitable Fighter Lili or Lili. If this card attacks, it is changed to defense position at the end of the battle phase. This card's battle position cannot be changed until the end of your next turn, except with a card effect. That's it for the monsters, and now we're going to move on to the spells. We have 1 copy of Celestial Transformation. Special summon 1 fairy-type monster from your hand. Have the attack of that monster and destroy it during the end phase. And we have 2 copies of Cestus of Dagla. You can only equip this card to a fairy-type monster. Increase the attack of the monster equipped with this card by 500 points. When the monster equipped with this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent's life points, increase your life points by equal amount. One copy of Malevolent Nuzzler. A monster equipped with this card increases its attack by 700 points. When this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can pay 500 life points to place this on the top of your deck. Then we have 1 copy of Tribute to the Doomed. Discard 1 card from your hand, select 1 monster on the field, and destroy it. We have 1 copy of Spell Absorption. Each time a spell card is activated, increase the life points of the controller by 500 points. 1 copy of Premature Burial. Pay 800 life points, select 1 monster from your graveyard, special summon it on the field in face-up attack position, and equip it with this card. When this card is destroyed, destroy the equipped monster. 1 copy of Soul Exchange. Select an opponent's monster and use it as tribute in place of one of your own. You can skip your battle, or you must skip your battle phase for the turn in which you activate this card. 1 copy of Giant Trunade. Return all spell and trap cards to the owner's hands. And to round off the spells, we have 1 copy of Fissure, which destroys one of your opponent's monsters that's face up with the lowest attack. And that's it for the spells. Next we're going to move on to the traps. So we have 1 copy of Solar Ray. Inflict 600 points of damage to your opponent's life points for each face-up light monster on your side of the field. We have 1 copy of Level Conversion Lab. Select 1 monster in your hand and show it to your opponent. Then roll a 6-sided die. If the result is a 1, send the selected monster to the graveyard. If the result is a 2 to 6, the level of the selected monster becomes equal to the result of until the end phase of this turn. 1 copy of Hidden Book of Spell. You can only activate this card during your turn. Select 2 spell cards from your graveyard and add them to your deck. Your deck is then shuffled. 1 copy of Ray of Hope. Select 2 light monsters in your graveyard and add them to your deck, then shuffle your deck. 1 copy of Enchanted Javelin. When your opponent's monster attacks, increase your life points by the attacking monster's attack points. 1 copy of Trap Hole. If the attack of a monster summoned by your opponent, including special summon, is 1,000 points or more, the monster is destroyed. And finally, to round off for the traps, we have 1 copy of Numinous Healer. You can activate this card when you take damage to your life points. Increase your life points by 1,000. In addition, increase your life points by 500 points per card if there are additional Numinous Healer cards in your graveyard. And that's it for the deck. Alright guys, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed, and again, as always, if you like this content and want to see more, consider hitting the like button and consider subscribing to the channel. I was hoping to do a Battle of Legends box opening for you guys earlier this weekend, but I won't have that until the middle of the week, so that'll be coming up next week. As always, I will see you in the next one, and that's game.